why I wouldn't buy a PLH. So after doing all the research and weighing out the pros and cons, I concluded that given a choice, I wouldn't buy one. Firstly, what's PLH? PLH is a prime located public housing model introduced by the government late last year as a way to keep centrally located BTOs affordable and accessible for Singaporeans. How they differ from the usual BTOs is actually the restrictions imposed later on in the resale market. Firstly, there's a subsidy clawback where a percentage of your profits have to go back to HDB upon selling your resale PLH. Secondly, it would be the eligibility criteria that resale buyers of PLH have to meet. So it's similar to that of buying a BTO. And lastly, it would be the longer MOP period and also the fact that you cannot rent out your entire unit after your MOP period, whereas for a normal BTO, you can rent out after the 5-year MOP period. To determine whether it's worth it, we've measured it against 4 factors. So the first of which would be the time worthiness, second, profitability, third, capital appreciation, and last but not least, the location. What do we mean by time worth? To us, we define time worth as the number of moves that we can make along with our ability to leverage on our loan in order to maximize our gains in real estate. Let's say we got the PLH at age 30. This would mean that our MOP is at age 40. So at age 40, with an income level of $14,000, we can loan an amount of 1.45 million. So assuming that we have the 25% cash down payment, this translates to a purchase price of 1.94 million. Whereas, if we were to get the normal BTO at age 30, our MOP would be at age 35. So at age 35, with an income level of $14,000, we can loan a maximum amount of 1.61 million, translating to a purchase price of 2.1 million. With a time difference of 5 years, the maximum amount of loan that you can take for the same income level drops. This translates to a lower purchase price and lesser options for you. To loan that same amount of 1.61 million, we will need to increase our income by 11%. So you can see how by waiting 5 additional years for your MOP period, it may be more difficult for you to upgrade later on because of the higher income required or the lesser choices available to you. And at the age of 40, it's likely that we are more risk adverse because of our other commitments or other factors that we have to consider, such as maybe the convenience for your kids. So because of that, it's likely that your next property move will be your final one, whereas at the age of 35, there's a possibility that we may still be able to squeeze in one more move before you settle into your final home. So many people expect that when they buy a PLH, they will be able to net a lot of profits, mainly because the nearby resale HDBs, they are transacting at around 900,000, 1 million. So people buy a PLH with this similar expectation that their profits will be around the same, if not more. So earlier we actually mentioned that there are restrictions that resale buyers have to meet when buying a resale PLH. So one of that is the income ceiling of $14,000. So because of this income ceiling, what it does is to actually put a cap to how high prices can go. Assuming an age of 35 and an income ceiling of $14,000, the maximum amount of loan that you can take is $797,000. This translates to a selling price of 1.09 million. So for anything above this selling price, it will mean that the buyers have to top up in cash. So because of this income ceiling, what the government has done is to actually put a ceiling on future resale prices for the PLH. Assuming that future resale prices of PLH is at 1.09 million, and after deducting the cost of buying a PLH, which is around 600,000 based on previous PLH that were launched, and deducting the resale subsidy clawback of 6%, we will get a net profit of around $390,000. So why 6% for the resale subsidy clawback is because based on the previous launches, this is the amount that was given. After a holding period of 10 years, a resale PLH owner can expect to have profits of around $390,000. This translates to a yearly gain of about $39,000. To have an idea of whether this yearly capital appreciation is a good amount, we'll be comparing it to nearby resale HDBs and private condominiums in the area. For resale HDBs nearby, they are transacting at around 900,000 or 1 million, and assuming that they bought around $550,000, this means a profit of a similar amount at $390,000. So if you spread it out over a 5-year period, their yearly gain would be around $78,000. But over a longer period of 10 years, it would work out to be a similar amount of $39,000 as well. The main difference is that you are able to accumulate the same amount of profits within a shorter time and to also realize it earlier because of the shorter MOP period. For the private resale market in the Queenstown area, it has an annualized return of 4.14%. Assuming a 1 million property, this would translate to profits of around $500,000. On a yearly basis, it would mean $50,000 in terms of yearly capital gain. For the general market, it has an annualized return of 2.64%. So assuming a 1 million property as well, it would translate to profits of around $290,000. In terms of your yearly capital gain, it would mean you are looking at around $29,000. Based on the numbers, it would appear that the private resale in the Queenstown area has the best year-on-year gain. And this is likely because of the location, which has helped in the price growth of the area. So this brings us to our next point on location. As the name suggests, PLH are located in very central and convenient areas with lots of amenities and good schools nearby. Because of that, many people look to buy into such areas. And most of the resale HDBs in these areas, they are at around $800,000 or more. And even the resale private condos, they are going at about a minimum price of $1.7 million. With PLH going at around $600,000 to $700,000, it's clear that they are the more affordable option, especially for those who are looking to buy into the location for its attributes. After going through the various factors, here's my personal take. If you are looking to profit from your PLH or if you are looking to upgrade in future, it may be better for you to get a normal BTO first because of all the restrictions in place. However, if you are planning to stay there for the foreseeable future and you just want that location for its attributes, but have yet to have the means to get a private resale or a resale HDB in that area, then PLH may be the one for you. Of course, these are all subjected case by case because everybody's situation is unique and different. If you are looking to get a BTO or a PLH or you are unsure which one to go for, feel free to reach out to us or leave a comment below and we'll be happy to discuss with you. That's it for our video today. I'm Amanda from Big Houses Small Talk. If you like our content, do remember to like and subscribe.